Life moves fast, and so does your career. You've built a successful path, but now it's time to diversify your investments and secure your financial future. Introducing The Prestige, your trustworthy, vetted partner in commercial real estate investing. We understand that you're time-starved with a family to care for and a demanding career to navigate. Not only sheltering, but safely multiplying your returns in a hard asset, which does not walk away. You can drive by it anytime. At The Prestige, we specialize in serving professionals like you who seek safe and secure investments without the burden of becoming an expert in commercial real estate. With over 400 years of combined experience, our team of seasoned experts is here to guide you towards high return, high yield investments in a low yield market. We meticulously analyze market trends, assess potential risks, and identify lucrative opportunities, ensuring your investment portfolio is optimized for growth and stability. Here's a few of our client testimonials. Wow, DL, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for you and for us. Very exciting, and love the floor plans. We've got our distribution pending in our bank account. Thank you so much, DL. DL, we can set our watch to your distributions. Never missed a payment. Don't let time constraints hold you back from maximizing your investments. Visit The Prestige at mayhill.com today for our current and rare investment opportunity, and let us leverage our expertise to secure your future. DL began in commercial real estate in 2005 and is one of the top seasoned leaders in investing and developing in Southern California and Dallas, Texas. And there is no slowing down. The Prestige, your partner in commercial real estate investing.
Welcome to the Prestige team and Honors Way group. We are giving a short presentation today, about 20-25 minutes, on making your retirement account retire you. And thanks everybody for joining in. So I want people to put in the chat where they're calling from. We have different places represented on the team. Let me introduce the team who is joining for today. And we have Christy Hicks in the upper left-hand corner, Christy Evans Hicks. And Eduardo, we just lost your video. Okay, good. So good to see you guys, friends. Always nice to have some great friends and partners on the project, which is super nice. I just told folks that we had two big construction milestones that we hit yesterday. And that was we finished the 2% civils, and we get our comments back, if any, on the 7th, which is nice. And we have 100% certainty. We took those off-site easements and we moved them on-site. And so it took a couple months of doing that. We removed 3 underground parking garages, which reduced the construction cost by $3 million. Removed 2 elevators, reducing the construction cost by $300,000, which is great. We're still going to end up with 400 Class A luxury garden style units, Class A++, great tenant type, recession proof. And then last week, the other construction milestone that we met was the construction documents, the 95% construction documents set, and our permit was submitted. We are very, very excited about that. And we've been a little bit quiet. We've been happy and quiet because we want to make sure that everything goes well with the city submissions smoothly. And I did take the mandatory donuts over. The good, the good kind from Amy's, the fancy kind. I have to show you pictures of those Amy's donuts. They are phenomenal. So one of the reasons that we have been doing so well with the city is that we are working well with them, where I think former developers trying to get through this lot with environmentals took hammers, and we've been taking the fancy donuts every once in a while, so we've been able to forge ahead with that. Okay, while we wait for Eduardo to come on, we're going to forge ahead with, let me see if I can get this handout to display. Okay, it's right there. I don't know why I can't select it again like I did before. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to forge ahead because I value everybody's time. We want to give our co-investors who are on the call a nice update along the way as we can plug that in. We're going to talk for about 20-25 minutes and talk about IRAs and making your IRA account, your investment retirement account, retire you. So in the upper left-hand corner, we have Christy Evans Hicks, who is Big Dog Deal Titans and in Dallas, and she's got real estate in her background. She works with the advisors and some customer relations. We have Stacy Tucker, accounting, and she is a Big Dog and a Deal Titan as well, and she's in Houston. The family has a position in the Prestige at Mayhill. Upper right-hand corner, Emma Osman, who is director of Investor Club State Champions. So you may get the occasional phone call from her, and everybody's been very nice. She is helping the Investor Club Champions to get a document from the investor portal, etc., and helping to get new investors onto Zoom calls to help them continue their due diligence. And my name is D.L. Campbell. I'm your host. I have 20 years of commercial real estate experience in all kinds of assets, all kinds of property types, storage, multifamily, light industrial, retail, all kinds of phases and stages along the way in the commercial realm. Our team altogether has 400 years of commercial real estate experience and construction experience. So my morning started very early, back-to-back meetings, working on the construction things, working with our development team, architect, civil, planner, design, construction, general construction, owner's rep, our owner's rep for the co-investors. And what they do is they run alongside the general contractor and they give an independent report. So we'll get the report from the contractor and we're working with them on a daily basis as well. But they'll have an independent audit report, get up on the roof once a month and give a report separately and independently from the general contractor, matching invoices to inventory levels, material types and material levels on the property. So very, very busy time for us. We did get some awesome pictures. We have a veteran who is creating paintings for our common area around the elevator. And that tenant type is a 30-something, recession-proof. And they are phenomenal. Okay, very good. Well, welcome to everybody who's in the waiting room. I know we can't hear you, but we know you're there. And let's go. I'm going to share my screen. I am not a Zoom expert, so. And Denvip Davis. Whoa, look at me. I got started talking about the project, sorry. Denvip in the lower right-hand corner on the blue. And he is a 5-position holder in the Prestige at Mayhill. And he is also the VP, the Vice President of Investor Relations. And so if you are having a Zoom call with Denvip, then you're having a Zoom call with one of the owners on the project, not just an owner, but a 5-time owner in this project alone. And he is in Houston. We have also, who may be popping in, we have Eduardo Lovo, who just joined the team as marketing manager. and he is helping. He might be working with DMVIP and Rod and Adam and Emma on doing some phone calls and making sure that our investor owners are taken care of, and that the new investor owners are able to come in with the positions that they need and to continue their due diligence. So these are the folks you'll be working with there. So, DMVIP, Stacy, I'm going to have you chime in if you can fill in some of the blanks as we go along. So feel free to interrupt me as we go along. We're going to share my screen. And from the beginning. So welcome to Making Your Retirement Accounts Retire You. Making your retirement accounts retire you. And so we're going to hop along. It'll be about 20, 25 minutes. Be very quick. Quick disclaimer. Now, this is the most important slide probably in the entire deck. Why are you here today? I want to just slow down a little bit and take a breath and ask you, why are you here today? Do you want to shelter, protect, grow your discretionary funds? Now, we always say keep your job and use your discretionary funds to invest in commercial real estate. Is that your reason why? You want to diversify your income. Okay, I built a great career, and I've got 20 or 30 years in my career, but the writing is on the wall. They can hire 220s for 40-year-old, right? There's a good reason why we want to diversify. And we're reminded every day reasons why we need to be doing something a little bit different. We need to be taking our lunchtime and learning and growing about continuing your commercial real estate due diligence. You want freedom from your job? Do you want to be able to say, well, I'd like to take this time off, and I have passive cash flow that's going to be covering that time, whether you get paid time off, PTO or not. Would you like to set a plan to retire? Well, we know that Social Security is not going to be there. Guys, Social Insecurity is not a plan. As you know, your retirement plan has to be a plan. That's why you have a retirement plan, an IRA, or you're looking into getting an IRA. We have more than a handful of custodians that we make distributions to every quarter, each and every quarter like clockwork. So do you have a plan to double your income in cash flow? That's a measurable goal, measurable deliverable. Do you want to just replace your income in cash flow? What will be enough? It's a number, right? Everybody have a number? It's not something generic. Our monthly expenses, our yearly expenses are so much. So what's your number? Would you like to put your 201k or 401k to work? Everybody hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. What do you guys think? Tell me your opinion about this.
Yeah. Hey, so from my perspective, right, the reason why I came in 5 times, right, because all 5 of these kind of fit for me, right, that I've been working in the corporate world there for 20, 25 years, right? So it's time for me to diversify my, my retirement that I have and make sure I'm setting myself up, and I'm actually kind of directing my own retirement, right? Instead of waiting on stocks to go up there or waiting on my RA person to actually invest in a different fund there. And what really stands out to me is number 5, right? Being able to just spend more time with my wife and my children there, and just having the freedom there to actually do the things that I want to do as I go towards that retirement age there. So I think that's anybody that's, in their, 30s, 40s, this is a very good investment, right? If you look at all 5 points here. that you would probably fit in all five, but you may just focus on one or two of these.
What kind of things would you rather be doing with your wife and your children? What kind of fun things or important
Yeah,
things?
I would rather be taking, vacations with them, whether they are in the U.S. or out of the country there, just being able to spend time with them to go to nice sporting events there or going on skiing trips there. I would rather be doing that than actually, being able, having to work a 40-hour job per week there or maybe 60 hours per week there.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the number 5 is actually the most important thing because it is something that is tangible and close to us. Is close to us is spending more time with children and family and not having to play catch up when you get back. If you can diversify that way, that's a really nice really nice time. When I picked up my first property, it was 16 doors. It was 1,000 years ago about, and I picked it up by myself, of course, and but I got to the point with that property where I forced a vacancy and re-tenanted, did the rehab, re-tenanted, and I worked about 1 week a month on that property. And I was remote as an engineer, so 3 weeks out of the month I could travel. So that happens pretty quickly, and especially if you have a stellar project, stellar property. So we've got some training that is available just like this, where you can get in and listen to more thoughts that DIVIP has, and just excellent ways to let me see. Sorry, I messed up my slides here. Excellent ways to get into the Prestige YouTube and learn about commercial real estate, hear more ideas about how to diversify from DIVIP and from the Investor Club Champions team, and make sure that you are learning with us. Okay, and if you open your phone right now, just go ahead and grab your phone. We're not going to be able to cover 20 years of commercial real estate today, so this is the best thing that we have for you. We have over 100 commercial real estate videos on the market, on the project updates, on commercial real estate, and just go to prestigeyoutube.com. It is a web page, and it redirects in the back to our YouTube channel. That's all it does, but they're free. We have this video that is on commercial real estate due diligence. It's on you because it is on you. If you're out of town, you want to look at the locale, the location videos. What are we doing in the construction world? Location. What happened at our groundbreaking? Very exciting. Many of you on the call were there because you're co-investors looking to get updates on the property. So go to prestigeyoutube.com right now and get involved. I just talked about my first 16-door property, and it wasn't much, but I did force a vacancy, 80% vacancy. I did the rehab and I re-tenanted. I doubled the property value in the first year. So that's the power of commercial real estate. With single family, it takes you a very long time. You get up to about 20, 25 houses, and yes, you're a millionaire, but you get stuck, you hit a wall. And the multi-tenant is a great way to diversify because you have 100 tenants paying that rent, that mortgage. The bank knows that. The bank knows that the property has to qualify. So the graphics to the left, I've been vetted for a number of custodians, IRA custodians, and I've taught when Quest used to have trainers. I've come in and do the lunch and learn for them. Has anybody seen a training taught by an IRA custodian? So they're trying to teach you different things about custodians and IRA account types. We're not IRA custodians, we're developers, but we have 7 or 8 IRA custodians that we distribute to every quarter. On this slide, I'm going to talk a little bit for our co-investors who are on the call. They want an update on the project. So I'm going to take a couple minutes and do that as we're looking at some of our team. I was just on the phone with Warren this morning. We were working with the architect this morning, working with the civil construction project management, GC owners rep, all of the guys. That's my day. But for our co-investors, our co-owners, we hit some fabulous milestones last week. We've been quietly happy, quietly ecstatic, because we just hunkered down and we met deadlines. We filed our 2% final civil, because remember the last couple months we've been taking that offsite, 2 offsite easements on site, and saving money, saving about $3 million in construction costs by eliminating 3 underground parking garages, eliminating 2 elevators at a savings of $300,000. That really helps the profit margin. We also hit a big milestone filing our building permit yesterday. Very, very exciting. What do you guys think?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Right? We got to, man. I mean, we've been quietly ecstatic and excited. I'm like, we got to tell somebody. I know we can't. So we'll just celebrate now, and when the tape comes out in a few, then it'll be great. But that is such a big work by our team. So excited. Other folks, I just was on a work session this morning with 3 of these pictures, and working through the design, working through the project management, working through some training updates that we're doing for the team, working on the checklist that the city wants, working on the checklist that the general contractor and the construction project manager wants. So that was our morning. We got a lot done this morning. So we talked about Dinvip, and he is a very successful business development person in the corporate world, and he is also a partner of ours. So we are blessed to have him helping co-investors get on a Zoom call and learn more about the market, learn about 22 North in Austin, our sister property that we sold in 2021 for a profit of $22 million. Having a 15-minute discovery call. If people are looking to find out more and continue their due diligence, let's have a 15-minute discovery call or a 30-minute Zoom and open up the documents and continue your due diligence. So we are just so blessed to have him. We have some excellent people helping in the Investor Club Champions, right? We have people who you may be getting a call from every once in a while to make sure that we're doing our customer service well. We have Kimley Horn, the biggest and the best civil in the state, helping us with our civil and environmental. So I want to watch our time, and I know we started a little bit late due to Zoom opportunities, but we're going to watch. We'll have about 10 minutes left, and we'll talk about IRAs. We'll open up that HUD. And the nice thing about the 401k or the IRA is that it is tax deferred. It's not really tax free. This is not exact, but it's tax deferred because you still owe those taxes, but they can be deferred into the future when it's convenient for you. Now, who would like to talk about tax deferred or deferring those taxes?
I can, Deal.
All right.
If you can invest from a self-directed IRA or a Roth IRA, the returns on that investment are tax-free. So that's kind of a really nice, you your tail off all your life to get these funds, and now you can make them work for you, get that money back tax-free. So
A Roth IRA is tax-free investment. And a self-directed IRA is as long as you keep it in your IRA and the funds go back to it, your taxes are deferred. You can take your 401k and you can translate it into a solo 401k or an individual 401k, and you can still defer the taxes. Now, on a 401k, if you've paid taxes before you contributed to your 401k, then you're tax free. And I like to, when I did have a 401k 20 years ago, I don't have anything like that because big investors invest with cash. But I would pay my taxes before it went into the plan. That way, when it grew bigger, then I didn't have to worry about paying taxes anymore. So great investment vehicle. We have a number of custodians that we work with, and they all work well. We also have one special sauce custodian that has flat fees, and you may be interested in learning about that. And we can help you. That is still an arm's length transaction. We have 6 or 7 of our folks who have signed up with them, and we'll give that out as soon as the subscription agreement is completed. But it's kind of nice with them because at the end of the year, when your account balance increases, you don't have to pay extra fees to the IRA custodian. It's a flat fee. It's a yearly flat fee, and we always want to be watching that. But we have a lot of different custodians, different types of plans. Now, you want to talk to your IRA custodian about these. We are not custodians, and that is a whole specialty on its own. They keep up with the IRS tax regulations, and we just know that somebody with money in a 401k is losing money if it's in the stock market. That's the most volatile, and commercial real estate is half as risky as the stock market. So if you have a 201k, think about getting it out of there and into a commercial real estate property that does not walk away. We're going to skip a couple because we want to watch your time, and I want to get to 4 short case studies so that you can see people that we have in our project working with us who have had success stories. And that's where people can really relate. So we have worked with Quest Trust, Equity Trust, Madison, New View, IRA, Club Fidelity, Directed IRA, and there may be another one that we're working with. But you just direct that IRA custodian to wire to your Honors Way or your Prestige account, and that way you can stay tax deferred. So it's simple. If you're interested, this is how you would contact us. This is the way in. This is the only way that you can get our information. It's morefreedom.com. And just go to morefreedom.com. You'll have a chance to watch a short 30-minute deep dive where Mike Carrasco and I are talking about 22 North, about our past project development, how developing a property has a minimal cost versus trying to buy an as-built or something that is already built. With the prices that we have in commercial real estate right now, it's just incredible. And you really can't buy anything that makes sense. Prices are up here, and in order to make that property pencil, they should have been purchased here. So we're not there where all of those people will lose money in depreciation with the as-builts, with the already constructed. They're going to lose money. There's no way around that. We're starting from the ground, and we can make those properties for a lot less per unit. Put in the chat where you're calling from. We've got people all over the U.S. We have about 46 investors 75% of our investors have invested 2 or more times. So if they've come in 2, 3, 4 times, we have some co-investors now on the call with us who are checking the property out, and they've invested 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. In only 35 investors, 36 investors, we've raised almost $9 million. We have $15 million valuation and $10 million in equity. So the more that we develop this property, the more equity that we have to attach and the more value it has. Now let's look at a real deal. A single retired CPA who has served in the military, wink, wink. The names have been changed to protect the successful innocent. And he deposited a minimum investment with his self-directed IRA. Now he gets his, Alan gets his distributions and returns completely tax-free and available for use. He has invested a couple times. Instead of losing money to taxes, those profits are tax deferred. So the position is purchased in the Prestige, and his IRA company receives the quarterly distributions back into his IRA account. And the IRS says that that's the way it has to be managed. It has to be managed hands-free, an arm's length transaction. And also, if you are a deal doer, some of you might be a deal doer, but you're on this call to find out what can I do with my IRA, because I can't invest my IRA into my deal. Let's talk about that. The IRS says that it has a regulation where you cannot invest your IRA into your own deal because it's not arm's length. First of all, you're getting a tax-deferred savings account. And so if you're investing in your own deal, you can make that look however you want, I guess the IRS would be saying. So it has to be invested into somebody else's deal, and they're the custodian over that transaction. Let's look at case study number 2. Nora and Angel, still gainfully employed in IT. They have IRAs that they have put aside. So we have a minimum of $111,000. They each made an investment of about half from their own IRAs, and then we combined it in their Prestige account. So they met the minimum. And we have up to 3 times return. So it's a good investment. And we offer collateral in the Hot Dallas property. So they came in as an early adopter. They got a little bit higher return because they took on more risk. We have eliminated all the risk from this project. And they came in, all their quarterly distributions and returns, 100% tax deferred. Now, here's an aside. They told me a couple months ago that they had invested in another project, $100,000. And that project, because bad management, bad property, a number of things that we talk about on the due diligence video, and that project is in trouble. It's called a capital call. And so they're having to think about throwing good money after bad in order to save that $100,000. And they are so happy here. We have a handful of people who have lost money in other projects. But if you look at our capital stack, we've got the property that is worth $15 million. We have $10 million in equity to attach to, and we've raised almost $9 million. So our investors are collateralized against the equity that keeps building and building in the property. So what happens if, God forbid, I go to heaven early? Then our investors, our partners are made whole, and they get their pro rata share of that sale. Dimbip, what do you think about this piece right here, where people are collateralized and securitized against a property that has $10 million of equity, $15 million of value right now. Well, how does that compare to another deal that might be coming across somebody's desk?
Yeah, so if you look at multifamily investments normally across the board, right, no one gives you collateral in the deal, right? So this is very unique to actually have collateral in the deal, right? So like you were saying, DL, so if something was to happen, you was graduate to go to heaven there. Everybody would be made whole when they be given their prorated share based on the sale of this deal here. And you don't see that where the actual partners are within the LLC of the property itself there that have collateral into the project there. So you don't see that on other deals there. So that's something that, you know, if someone is actually doing their due diligence on a project there, they might want to take and ask that question there to the other GPs that they're actually considering there on future projects there.
What question should we be asking?
Yeah, so for like question that you should be asking, right, you want to understand, right, the team itself, right, their experience, right, has the team themselves, right, have they had capital calls, right, have they been bankruptcy before? Just understanding their background and their experience there. You just want to make sure you're getting yourself into a solid deal with a solid team, because there are a lot of GPs out there, right, that they don't have a lot of experience, right? They've been able to raise a lot of capital, right, and been able to put a deal together, but the underwriting that they did is actually overrated there based on what the projections are in the future there.
Mm-hmm. You hit on a lot of different key points that are making mediocre deals fail in the market. And it's a lot. That's why we're offering this commercial real estate due diligence checklist. We are offering that for our partners to take away today. And we are offering that as that video in the gray background on our prestigeyoutube.com, because you hit like about 5 or 6 different key points, which I think you can help people with on a Zoom call. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. There was a scheduled Zoom call with me. We can actually take walk through that, within a matter of 15 to 30 minutes there. And I can get you to the level where you feel like you're comfortable with the deal itself there. We'll like to have you as a partner.
Sorry?
No, I was just saying that we would like to have them as a partner there, right? And just they can vet us and we can vet them. And then we can bring them on as a potential partner there in this deal here.
Mm-hmm. I think it is good to be able to vet each other. We know everybody that we work with, only 36 investors. And what if I don't get all my questions answered in the first due diligence session?
Yeah, so if you don't get all your questions answered there, what we normally do, we normally schedule a call to another call there. So once we get off that call, we'll schedule another call there. And normally you're placed into the YouTube videos on that first call, right? So you can go do your due diligence there. Then you'll come back to the second call and we'll continue our due diligence there and go through your discovery questions there. And then if you're comfortable with that point there and we still have shells that's available there, we'll actually put you into our deal room where you actually get to see our documents at that point in time there. So we want you to feel comfortable as the investor.
Oh, you do? You share your deal room due diligence documents about the project?
Yes, that normally happens down based on the second or third call. That normally happens that we share those due diligence documents.
Can you send all that stuff out if I just ask for it, or you send it out to everybody, or?
Yes, or we can actually have you log in to the deal room itself and you can download the documents yourself there. I can take and walk you through that on your screen there.
Can I get a copy of those on a flash drive, or can you print and mail them to me?
Yes, we have those options too. That's your preferred option there.
Okay, sometimes I like to just have everything printed and typed out, and it's easier for me to digest that information. Okay, welcome back, Eduardo. Let's finish this up, and we're doing very well in our time. And what do you think? Should we send out a replay in the next couple weeks. Let's wrap it up. Here is a picture of my first property about 1,000 years ago, and I forced 80% vacancy. I did the rehab with the guys. I re-tenanted with small working families and doubled the property value in the first year. So my rents were always over market, and we were always full with a wait list. So we have specific methodologies where we put them to work. CJ and Rwanda, again, co-investors, have their own IRAs and self-directed IRAs, and they came in with $32,000 cash and then a couple IRAs in order to meet the minimum. And that's okay. We just help them to combine it in their Prestige account. Now they have that vehicle that is working for them. They are collateralized by the property, and they get quarterly returns until the rents come. Then they get a kicker. I mean, just all these things. And they get part of the sale as well. So really cool. Last case study here. Jeff and Ariel. Jeff had a 401k from a former employer. Now, if you're going to use a 401k, it has to be somebody that you have rolled off of. And you keep your 401k, and the IRA custodian will turn it into a solo 401k for you. Now you can use it to invest in a commercial property. Look, I don't know if the Prestige is good for you or not. We always give our current investors the first right of refusal. So we'll just have to see if it's right for you. 35 happy camper, 36 happy camper investors. A few months later, they came in with a 401k from a former employer, which was losing against inflation. So if we have inflation rate of 20%, and you don't have your IRA or 401k working for you, then you are actually losing against inflation. And what Dimvip said about sponsors who are just raising capital, they're not working the deal. They are just presenting blue sky projections. What if everything goes right? Well, as an engineer, I would like, what if everything goes wrong? Are we still going to be good? Are we still going to make money? We always want to go with a medium case scenario, and we're never going to show you any blue sky in our work sessions. So with an additional $300,000, they were able to get a nice credit in their account, which we'll talk to you about. So let's wrap this up. We have, here's your QR code to go ahead and get logged in, and you'll be able to watch a 30-minute presentation that is a deep dive with Mike Carrasco. It's talking about 22 North, which if you're in Austin, tomorrow we are going to 22 North at 9 a.m. and we're going to do a site visit. Dimvip's going to be there, Chrissy's going to be there, Stacy's going to be there, I'm going to be there, and we're going to get some great footage. We brought the drone, we brought several cameras, and we want to bring it back to you. But if you're in Austin, meet us there and we'll go to brunch afterwards. Mm-hmm. And we'd love to shake your hand and talk commercial with you. So get a copy of this QR code here, log into that 30-minute deep dive. We've got a bonus session for you that includes one of our custodians that has those flat fees. Now, if you are one of our co-investors now and have your investment at Quest, they had a big translation, right? Somebody sold their company a year ago. You can still stay with Quest, but they have variable fees. So when your account balance grows, then they charge you more. Well, our special sauce custodian has flat fees. Your yearly fees are flat. And after your subscription agreement is signed with us, then we can share that with you. It's still an arm's length transaction, but we give our referral fee to you. So your first year is free, and then you get flat fees the other years, which is nice. Now here's our YouTube channel. We've got over 100 videos, I think. We get to the videos and not the shorts. Yeah, we've got over 100 videos. Some of our co-investors were just at the groundbreaking, which is cool. And if you're out of town, grab those location videos. We've got about 6 of those, I believe, where we're driving around the area and you can immerse yourself in the area. We have a deep dive presentation, which is 30 minutes, which is great, talking about all of the nitty gritty of the numbers, etc. And then we have also a gray screen that has the due diligence. Now this is about an hour. It'll give you an understanding from a seasoned veteran of how to do due diligence on some of the projects that are coming across your desk. So with that, and let's check the chat and see if there's any quick questions. If not, we're going to go ahead and wrap it for today, because this is just a lunch and learn. Okay, so we're great. All right, guys. So thank you all for joining us today, and we appreciate it. Get back with us at morefreedom.com, and you can get a 15-minute discovery call with DivVip or a half-hour Zoom session to continue to your due diligence. So with that, I'm wishing you a blessed day, y'all. Thanks for joining us today, and we get to talk more about commercial real estate. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, see you tomorrow at the property.
Yes.
Thank
See
you.
y'all. Thank you.
Take care. God bless.
After a lifetime of hard work and dedication, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. As you enter into retirement, securing your nest egg and preserving your financial future becomes paramount. Not only sheltering, but safely multiplying your returns in a hard asset, which does not walk away. You can drive by it anytime. Introducing The Prestige, your trustworthy, vetted partner in commercial real estate investing. We understand that you seek less risk, financial security, and a reliable source of income. With over 400 years of combined experience and proven track records, The Prestige is your beacon of trust. We specialize in providing safe and secure investment opportunities tailored to your retirement goals. We know that you need to rely on experts to navigate the complexities of the market. That's why our team of seasoned experts is here to guide you every step of the way. Our collateral contracts have been approved 10 plus times by Quest IRA, which is under the SEC. Here are just a few of our client testimonials. Wow, DL, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for you and for us. Very exciting. Love the floor plans. We've got our distribution pending in our bank account. Thanks so much, DL. DL, we can set our watch to your distributions. Never missed a payment. Don't compromise on your retirement dreams. Visit The Prestige at mayhill.com today for our current and rare investment opportunities. And let us utilize our 400 plus years of experience to safeguard your nest egg and provide you with a secure investment in a low yield market. We are owner operators with daily hands-on on-site responsibilities. We are not syndicators. DL began in commercial real estate in 2005 and is one of the top seasoned leaders in investing and developing in Southern California and Dallas, Texas. And there is no slowing down. The Prestige, your trusted partner in commercial real estate investing for retirees.